Hassan is a literal slave of public opinion
Oh my God,
most
that's so
common
horrible.
take on the internet. He has to abide by what the people say and what the little guy says,
No one does that.
and he has to copy and paste their opinion to be accepted because that's his currency. It is literally his method of exchange with the world, and he is stuck by that like a puppet. And he's gonna act like these are my own views. Let me check on the internet. Okay. Guys, these are my views.
Isn't he describing like almost every single political commentator on Twitch? And then isn't he describing like 3/4 of them by saying this?
I stand by this, guys. Guys, I'm on your side. I'm the little guy. Guys. Because I'm not a class traitor. Guys.
The word class trader, I love it.
But I work at Twitch is Amazon. Twitch subscriber with Amazon Prime. But guys, the picket fence line at the Amazon. Don't, please, guys, please.
Do you know, it's kind of interesting because there were people attacking Hassan for having a mansion, and the media, I think like Kotaku and other journalists were defending him. And it's like, oh, so if he's a socialist, can he have a tiny house? Can he have like a home? I love it when content creators are spilling the beans. And as you can see, people in the chat are like, hard words coming from someone like him. xQc speaking the truth. Most people that follow him are the same as well. Like everyone is pointing out, xQc, you're describing yourself to. Here's what's happening, all right? Like I will tell you something that probably no other content creator will tell you. We'll explain to you the magic from behind the scenes. So I want you to picture that you're playing your favorite game. Let's say it's League of Legends, right? And one day you decide to stream it. And for some reason, you don't even know why, but like people enjoy watching you play League of Legends. And so you're getting subscribers, right? Like you're getting at the beginning like 20, and then you're getting 100 subscribers, and then 1,000 and 10,000, and eventually, you grow to 100,000 subscribers. And all you do every day is you play League of Legends. And so people are sending you super chats. Maybe there's a couple of sponsors that want you to promote their stuff, and you start making more money by doing this than you make money at going to work. And now, you gotta make a choice. Do you go to work and you make less money than by playing League of Legends? Or do you continue playing League of Legends? But you can't do both. Because if you go to work, the audience drops, there's less people. When you come home from work, you have less energy to be as entertaining as you want. So you gotta make a choice. And some people, right, the content creators will choose, you know what, like I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to stay home and I'm going to play League of Legends because I make a lot of money and it's fun, right? Like I get to set my own hours, and at the end of the day, I'm playing a game. And so it becomes a job. You're genuinely going every single day, you're waking up and you're playing League of Legends. The problem is that after a while, like maybe 1 year or 2 years of doing this, it becomes boring. Like it becomes stale. You're playing the same game over and over. And you're thinking, you know what, like maybe I can play something else. Maybe I can play Dota. And so you decide that you're going to start playing Dota. And what you notice is like massive audience dropping. Is it because you're bad at Dota? Is it because you're disingenuous? No. It's just that the people were there to see you play League of Legends. The reason that people were joining you isn't because you told them to like League of Legends. No, you just started one day playing it, and people who also liked it, they started watching you. And so you realize that you're trapped. You realize that, when you play League of Legends, people watch you, and when you don't, people don't watch you. But it's a business, right? Like, you gotta make money. And so even if you wanted to stop playing, even if you wanted to try other games or you wanted to do other things, it doesn't matter. Like, if you do other things, you just don't make money. You're not a content creator. Like, they're not there to see you play Dota. They're not there to see you play anything else. They're there to see you play League of Legends. Either play it or get the fuck up. And this actually happened to many live streamers. Like, this genuinely happened to many people that play video games. Like, they got famous for playing Call of Duty, or they got famous for playing one game. And the moment they wanted to switch is the moment that the audience was dropping off. And so it's not very different to what's happening to political commentators. So like you will have a streamer that, goes up and starts talking about libertarian views. And so you're going to get an audience of libertarians. You're not training people to be libertarians. It's just like people who have that mindset, people who are already libertarian oriented, they want to hear someone else air their opinions. And so they're going to start following you. But maybe 2 or 3 years down the road, you start having doubts about the ideology. Like maybe you found some inconsistencies. Maybe there's, some things that you don't like, or maybe there's another ideology or another way of thinking that attracts you. And so when you switch from that, immediately people drop off, right? Like just the way you're switching from League of Legends into Dota. And so you're trapped, right? Like you're basically forced to either talk about libertarian things or you lose the audience. So in the case of Hassan Piker, like what happened was that he started LARPing as a commie, but then he became really popular, really famous, really rich. And it's difficult for him to keep the facade on. Like he doesn't know what the average people thinks anymore because he doesn't mingle with the average person. Like he lives in a fucking mansion. He's got like millions of followers and it's got... Do you think he actually knows what life in the hood is like? Do you think he actually relates to how it is to live in a trailer? Like his lifestyle, it makes it incompatible with the ideology. Like it's not the fact that, maybe he still doesn't believe in social justice, because I have no idea if he does or doesn't. But what I do know for sure is that he doesn't actually mingle with, the lower classes. Like I would be surprised. I would be shocked if that's the case. Like, obviously, he's got other friends that are bourgeois as fuck. And so he disconnects himself, and the only way he can keep doing what he is doing is by reading online. Okay, well, what do the little people think? Like, what is the take? Because he doesn't know, right? So, this is one of the psychological reasons of why leftism doesn't work. Is because if you take a person that's, like, legitimately poor, and they start a communist revolution or a movement, right? And they come from poverty. And then the revolution is successful, then they're going to become wealthy. The moment they're wealthy, they become disconnected from the poor, but they still have to represent the poor. But the reality shows that people who are wealthy don't want to mingle with the poor anymore. They find the poor to be icky. And this causes the problem that Hassan is having. It's like, well, what do the poor think? I don't fucking know. Like, let me check on the internet. An ideology like mine, which is just blatantly against censorship. Like, I want people to have more freedom. I don't like government intervention. I think, like, some intervention is required, but not a lot. And then I go and, you know what? Maybe it's not my job to lecture people. Maybe I can just show things on the internet and laugh at them. Like, I create a different type of audience, which is not large. But at the same time, it doesn't force me to do stuff that I don't like. And it doesn't get me in a position where I can't relate to people anymore. Because, like... every type of person is affected by censorship, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, right? Like, and so it's easy for me to connect with people and explain why censorship is wrong and why it shouldn't happen. But if I was to advocate for the impoverished, I want to advocate for truck drivers. Like, it's a respectable profession, but I have no idea what truck drivers think. I have no idea what they say to each other. I have no idea what they find acceptable and not. And so, like, in order for me to talk on their behalf, I would have to go online and look for their opinions and then just put them here as if they're my own. I would also say that another legit criticism that xQc gives off to Hassan Piker is making others' opinions his own. It's like a comedian stealing someone else's jokes, Like, it's not illegal, but, like, it's poor form. You shouldn't do it in the industry. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.